Right, so welcome to the love seat.
Thank you.
Now, obviously, we've never met before.
No.
And so tell me a little about your hair, tell me about your color, your history, all of that.
Okay, so I am blessed with lots of hair,
Yes, very good.
and most of the time it's in fairly good condition.
Okay.
But kind of historically, if I've had it dyed, I think because it's quite porous, it then goes really brittle
Right.
and in not good condition at all.
Right.
I think right at the moment it's in quite good condition.
Right.
It feels nice, and actually Saskia said to me this morning, your hair actually looks nice today.
It does feel good.
So I washed it on Sunday. So
Okay.
I'm washing it less than I used to.
So how often do you normally wash it?
Probably every three days,
Okay.
3 to 4 days.
And what do you normally use for shampoo?
I use Colour Wow.
Right. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Right. So the thing is with Colour Wow, they're packed with dimethicone.
Okay.
And so what happens is your hair it's got cuticles in it,
Mhm.
and your hair will naturally open up the cuticle to absorb moisture from the atmosphere.
Yeah.
What Colour Wow does, because the silicones, or not just Colour Wow, any product with silicones in it, it wraps around the hair like cling film. Now the best explanation I can always say to people is this: do you have any house plants?
Yeah.
Okay, take the house plant off, dust the roots off, take all the roots, wrap it in cling film really tight, and then put it in water and see if the plant survives.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
plant will die because obviously the cling film prevents any form of absorption into it.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing what happens to your hair. So if you say to me your hair is actually feeling better, it's because the hair is coated.
Okay.
So we don't actually know what's lying underneath, because
Okay.
what the silicone does, it's like polyfiller. It folds everything. So when you touch it, you think, oh my hair feels lovely, it's smooth. But once we remove the silicone, then we see what's actually truly
Yeah.
left underneath.
Mhm.
So it's basically a false economy
Okay.
having the products in there.
And I thought it was silicone free.
No.
Okay. All
Colour
right.
Wow is John Frieda, which
Okay.
obviously John Frieda was Frizzies.
Mhm.
So it's not the same product, but they do have. I think some of their product, don't quote me on it, some of their product may be silicone free,
Yeah.
but the conditioners and the Dream Coat and all of those, they've got
Okay.
silicone in them.
I then also use, so I use the shampoo and conditioner Colour Wow.
Okay.
And then I use a Paul Mitchell, the Super Skinny serum.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'll look.
Yeah.
So things
Yeah.
like dimethicone, trimethicone, ammonium methiconol, ammonium methicone are just
They all
four-
sound horrible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
4 of the 7. But there are new silicones that's come out, and the problem with silicone is none of them are water soluble.
Okay.
So some of them do come off better with
Yeah.
product, but none of them come off the hair completely, and that's the problem. Once they design a product where silicone comes off the hair with one wash,
Yeah.
I will be the first to use it,
Okay.
because it's a fantastic delivery system. But the only problem is once it stays on the hair, nothing can penetrate through
Yeah.
the hair, because it's a barrier.
Okay.
Right, okay.
But so
Tell me.
if I go in the hot weather, in the
Uh-huh.
humidity, and that was one of the pictures that I sent you.
Yes.
Can you remember?
Yes.
With the mop,
Yes.
it goes like
Right. So do you
crystal
like,
tips.
So I would almost say, with that, we can do like a hair sculpt for you, we can do a hair Botox, all of those things will help. And they are not things that suffocate the hair and
Yeah.
prevent any moisture coming in. So, like with my hair, if we go into humidity, our hair has to change.
Yeah.
No matter what we put on it, that change happens through osmosis.
Yeah.
And the best thing you can do for your hair is allowing that process to continue, because that's how the hair is able to repair itself.
Okay.
So if your hair changes in the humidity, it is telling you something. It's
Yeah.
telling you, I'm either too dry, not enough moisture in the hair, the cuticle is too open, it's either too porous,
Yeah.
and then it allows us to treat your hair better
Yeah.
by allowing it to do things it's supposed to do.
But it's not in knowing how to handle it when I go on holiday,
Yes.
and not because if your hair looks nice, you feel nice.
Yes, if the hair looks awful, we feel
Then
awful.
I felt like going in that cupboard with that mop.
So for haircut wise, so how do you feel about the length at the moment?
I haven't had it cut now since for about 14 weeks,
Okay.
and I last had it coloured about 9 weeks ago.
Right. And your color, is that normally a tint
Yeah.
They normally
Yeah.
put. And is it only a tint they put on?
Yeah.
Do they do highlights and
No,
lowlights?
no. So I've avoided having highlights because if I have bleach in my hair, again historically, it's nice for a little while and then it goes really, it breaks. And just the condition doesn't feel nice.
Right.
But you might have the answer.
I fond believer that when clients tell us things, we as hairdressers need to listen. I think a lot of hairdressers will go and say, I'm just going to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
If that's what happened with you in the past, I would definitely be a lot more conscious about what we put on your hair.
Yeah.
I will use some bleach, but what I will go in is I will go in with the lowest level we can possibly go into, because I'm confident that I can put it on any hair and it's never broken.
Okay.
Other people will go in with a 6% or 4%. We'll actually go in with a 1.9, which is super, super gentle, and see what happens. Because I think your hair needs a little bit of something. Because when I look at it through that, I think it's a little bit too blocky through that. Yeah. Where I think a little bit of brightness coming in will do very, very well.
I have had foils put through, so kind of. They've kind of alternated the colour.
Okay.
But because I'm so grey and I'm very kind of like white here, but still quite dark here. It's just knowing what to do, because I was having to have the roots done about every 3 to 4 weeks.
Right. So how often do you want to do your colour?
I just want it as low maintenance as possible, but I don't think I'm ready to go grey. But I don't know about grey blending or. So I just need some good advice, really.
So you see, so when I look at if I look at your hair through here, the silver is actually not bad on the skin tone.
Yeah.
What it does is it makes you high contrast. So it's at the moment this hair is very warm on the skin tone, which makes it softer because it's less contrast.
Yeah.
When I bring the hair back through there, the silver, in the silver hair, there's almost a lot more ashy tones. And on the skin tone, then it is very high contrast between the eye, the eyebrow, so it's quite strong.
Yeah.
So if you say to me you want to get to a place where you don't color your hair at all anymore, that's one process we will follow. But if you say to me, I want to continue coloring my hair, that's a different process we would follow. And then we'll decide on how often you want to color. Because if you say to me I want to color every 4 weeks, then it's something different to what we do to when you want to color your hair every 10 weeks, for example. So
I'd prefer longer, because also I'm a nurse, so I have to have my hair up like that. Okay. So of course that's the bit that you shows. See.
Yeah, so I think, so for me, when I look at this color on you, I think the base color I don't actually mind, but I feel it is too yellow for your skin tone. Yeah. Like it actually, you've got a lot of red in the skin, so what it actually brings out the red.
Yeah.
But we don't want it to be that, but we definitely want it to be creamier.
Yeah.
So I would say start up. We give you a creamier effect all around the hairline. We put foils in all through there. So when you do bring it back, you can actually have some definition through there.
Yeah.
You spoke about grey blending. Now, grey blending on your hair requires bleach.
Okay. Yeah.
If you are somebody that is prone to sensitivity to bleach, I think that will be very difficult to do. What I would normally then recommend is what we do is that we go in with trying to tone some of this out and then do highlights with a high lifter in between to make you look more blondie, but not tint the roots. That's if you want grey blending.
Okay.
And that's how I will go about it, because where you are through here with grey blending, some stylists go and they pick out the dark bits in there. I think when it is so sparse, I think eventually if you do that, you can't pick up everything. It still looks regrowthy. So I prefer just not coloring that as well, but just focusing on the hair that you have that is colored and let that growing out, because that gives you the best natural effect. Are you ready for that?
I don't know. So I tried doing it a little bit. So I was leaving some grey and then having
low lights and highlights going through.
Yeah. And then my son was getting married last September, and I just thought, no, I just looked too.
So how old are you now?
I'm 59.
59. So you look fabulous.
Thank
59. I always say to people, even though, so my mother-in-law,
Yeah.
last year, November, said to me, I want to remove the hair. And we did proper grey blending on her. And we also did the hair Botox for a couple of weeks ago, which was the first pigment we put back into the hair, even though it's not colour. She looks phenomenal.
I saw.
But she's the exception.
Yeah.
Most of us are the rule. So, and for me, I always say, even though I do grey blending, my preference is to have no white hair.
Okay.
That's what I say to everybody. So if it was down to me, I would say, where you are darker, yes, you are quite dark.
Yeah.
So I would almost say, so the colour through there on you, for me, is too copper on the skin tone. So I would almost say, stop colouring the hair in the back when you're not white hair. Cover the hair that you can see from here forward until that hair gets white. But because that natural colour is actually a lot, even though it's darker, it's actually a lot better tone on your skin than what that is to there. We can maybe put a little bit of balayage in there just to brighten that up again. But again, I'm conscious about the fact that you said your hair doesn't love bleach. And then what I would say is go through the front, lighten you up, lighten these bits up through there. So we get more of a halo effect through the front, it's lighter. And then now, normally, I would go in with a tint because of the texture of your hair. But because that we'll know it will cover your hair up. I would say go in with a much cooler color, but actually bring the color slightly lower. Okay. Do a different tint on the hairline where you are lighter. So a lighter color through there, a slightly deeper color there, because for the skin tone, it will be a lot better. Because if I look at your eyebrows, that color is actually the best color for your skin tone. Because it's quite a flat color. It's ashy, but it's not silver. It's not gray or things like that. So that will technically be the best color. However, with that, you'll need to color every 4 weeks. So that's what I always say, depending on where you fit in. I would be inclined to, now I'm not sure this is going to work yet, all cards on the table. I will be inclined to go in with a semi-permanent color first. See if that works. If that works, it will be amazing, because what it will do is it will allow for very soft fadage out of the hair, and it won't create such a harsh line, and it will give us, for moving forward, it will be very, very easy to kind of go into a grey blending if that's what you choose to do. The downside about that is it may not work because of the texture of your hair. So it's a risk you take, but the only way we'll know it's going to work is you have to do it.
We all have to take risks in life, don't we? Sometimes
so I would say
live on the edge. And if you're going to give me a halo, it won't matter, will it?
So I would say that, because once we get you that softness in there, and also what's nice about the demi-permanent color is it fades quite cool. It doesn't go so warm. So just the whole regrowth will be better. But it is, I always say to people, because I've never colored your hair before, that's always the risk we take. It may work phenomenally, but it may not cover. So I just put that so you know where we are at. But quality of the hair, your hair will be much better quality. And then we can highlight the front throughout, get that, and also bring some of the low lights through here to actually break that up, that you look like you've been balayage, so that is not so very golden and yellow on the skin tone. Okay. I think that will work.
I'm in your hands.
Will work quite well.
I'll take your
advice. I'm not going to put any colour through the back of the hair, because I would actually like that hair, because you're probably about 10% white in the back, and that actually can grow out. And it will be a much better tone on the skin tone. And then haircut wise, now at the moment, to me it looks like they're giving you a one length haircut and they thinned layers in.
No, so I had it kind of a bob, and that was the last time. I think I sent you the picture, so it was really quite there, and I don't have layers in it because it springs up. Right. So I wonder if it's just broken. Yeah.
Do you straighten your hair? Okay. So it could be that. Yeah. I don't actually, if I'm honest with you, I don't actually mind the length.
No, I quite like it.
I think the hair looks really good. I think it needs, more sharpening through,
Yeah.
like, making sure those ends are stronger
Yeah.
than actually restyling. I think, on the whole,
and it's perfect because I have to put it up for work, so it's a good length to tie it up.
I think let's go for it.
Thank you.
See what happens.
Thank you.
Right.